Hello everyone to another Human Fall Flat. If this sounds weird with my reaction, it's because I'm doing a voiceover right now because the audio in the video recording did not record my voice. I am certain I can get this fixed next time, but for now, this will do. It still works. So pretty much all I stated it was that I was planning a Starbound series as well as Half-Life, or no, Valve, where I would play Half-Life and Portal 2 and whatnot. And right now I'm playing Human Fall Flat. For the most part, I suppose I will talk about what's going on while I'm doing this. This no voiceover thing's a little weird because I know I'm not actually playing it. This is already recorded, so this will be weird. But trust me, I'm still gonna upload the video anyway, because that is what I do as a YouTuber. I upload at least once a week. I might try to upload more later on. So hit that like and subscribe, and notification bell if you want to know when my videos come out, and show some support for this channel, given the new YouTube algorithms. We need to gain more. I need to gain some more subscribers, and so I must do the normal YouTube routine in it and say like and subscribe. But I bet you all know about it already. So, anyway, so this was this first puzzle that I was doing. I was trying to get the blocks to the second floor, as you can see. This is just me reacting to myself playing a game, isn't it? Well, I'll make sure that the microphone is recorded next time. I really wasn't sure till after the fact, and of course there's no game audio, but you know, that's not the major importance. It's about the mic. So yeah, Starbound. It's that's besides the fact. It's a game that's like Terraria, but not at the same time. It's more story-based than Terraria. But it still has kind of the same aspects and ideas of it. Where you explore. In this case, you explore different planets, and you do a bunch of different quests. Terraria is more about fighting bosses, and well, I suppose you build homes for your citizens of Terraria or whatever. But I'm in the process of waiting for the newer update to come out, so I was thinking of finding something that's like it to play for now. And I was thinking that. And I was thinking of starting a Valve series since Valve has become popular recently. I probably mentioned this before in my GTA video. And as you can see, I am struggling to get this box down. I had to get the box down to weigh down the board over there because it's like a seesaw. And there we go. This is really weird, isn't it? I promise in the next video this won't happen. I'm really annoyed by the fact that this happened. So bear with me. I'm trying to get the stick below the seesaw part so that the board won't go below it. Anything else I should talk about? Well, so I'm gonna have a lot more free time to make more episodes. That's for sure. So I'm gonna provide a variety of content. The next video should be the Starbound video, and then eventually Astroneer. I provide a variety of content on my channel after all. Not just one thing, just a variety of things. Because you know what? I'm all about that. Of course, if suggested in the comments below, I will play the said suggested game. Given my limited amount of games that I have, do bear with me. So, yeah, I'll work on trying to get Plants vs. Zombies again. I really couldn't figure out the old account for it, the old Origin account, so yeah, it's kind of awkward. So I'll figure that out someday, whether it's by means of work and whatnot. And hopefully this YouTube career pays off. No, I was trying this new recording software out. I'm still using the same editing, but there's a recording software that apparently most YouTubers use that's called OBS. And I was using it for this video. And I guess I didn't have my mic active. I tested out of the fact that it was active, but for some reason in this video it just wasn't. I don't know why. I gotta make sure when I start recording a video again that I make sure that the microphone is active and it picks it up, so that this incident doesn't happen again. Heck, I could have used my voice mod right now, but I don't have it open and I'm just recording from my microphone directly. I think it's easier that way. So now I'm in this next area where I have to get a boulder to go forward, and it's about to drop. Yeah, it just drops pretty much downward, and I need to lift the sticks for it to drop forward. And I use those boxes, or whatever you want to call them, to hold the stick up, or at least from falling down in the other direction, like such. And that is what I'm doing for this part of the puzzle. So yeah. Anyway, what else I can talk about while I go through this video? And also this OBS can also be used for streaming as well. So if I'm using something like Mixer or Twitch, which I might use a variety of both. Mixer is a more simpler version of Twitch, where you just record or stream what you're playing, and you just go. That's it. Twitch is more, well, I could say complex in a way. I suppose I'd use Twitch if I want to display some sort of subscriber goal or whatever. Now, in the case of YouTube, I don't know. I probably have to do some research with you if I'm going to stream with YouTube, gaming or whatever. I know if I do go live, then it would be displayed on YouTube. Actually, now that I think of it, or unless I don't know, I'll figure that out. But in most certain scenarios, I might use Twitch or Mixer. Whatever is in my taste. Right now, I got the other, well, I guess it's more of a block now that I think of it. I suppose this is kind of in the eyes of you guys, the viewers, of what I'm watching. But I'm commentating on it. Well, it's more of a voiceover. Yeah, about the GTA. I will make more videos of that, trust me. I like to provide a variety of content, you know. Now, regarding Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, because that's suggested quite a lot of times, I try to wait till there's an update or so. But I could probably make one soon. Yeah, and I fell with the board. And, continue playing through the series of games I'm playing. I got all the Half-Lives I can play, even all the Half-Lives and the Half-Life 2. So that'll be a very good series. Just got done watching a YouTuber play Half-Life 2, and I was very interested in playing it myself for a series, because, you know, Valve has made a lot of great games recently since the release of Half-Life Alyx. That's on VR, and, well, I'm too broke for that. Someday. For now, simplicity's sake, here's the content I can provide you. I've noticed there is a nest on that mountain. I pointed it out before, but that was with when the mic, I was like when I was talking, but the mic didn't record, so. Yeah, there's a nest on the mountain that I point out. I thought that was interesting. Man, I didn't really know how long this took me. I mean, a lot of these human fall flat levels take a while, but this one is just irritating. I've pointed this out before. I did not like this level. I will state one part that I don't like. It's coming up eventually. It ain't this part. This part's okay, I guess. This video may be longer than usual because it took me a while to complete this level. Yeah, go me. Yep, there you go. Now, there's two ways I could have handled this voiceover thing. I could have talked like I'm playing the game, but I don't know how to do that in a very convincing way, so I decided the best way to do it is just to comment over what I'm doing. So instead of taking the boulder like a normal person, I decided I'm gonna go on the side of the wall. Because, well, it actually was a little quicker. I mean, it was a little more tedious, but it worked, as you can see. The boulder is a bit more hard to balance on. The idea of this part is I gotta get across that gap, and there are 2 blocks that I can use up there. And of course, I go for the stick. I'm just letting you know the character I designed I did actually design that character in there. With all the little details. I'm proud of it. I think it's a little cute. Since I pretty much described my own persona as pretty much the Jester from Deltarune, which is a game I might play on the channel as well, since I'm playing Undertale, I might as well play that. Many people have played that already, but I might as well put it up there on my channel so you can see my own reaction to it. But yeah, it's the idea of, well, my channel, I guess. Well, channel name, really. A very big fan of that Jester. Whether it be that or the certain skeleton from Undertale. Well, there's 2 really, but you know, one in particular. I bet we all know what we're talking about. I should have really done this in my voice mod. There was one free one today that was actually pretty cool. It was a Thanos voice. Well, it doesn't sound much like Thanos, but it was called Titan. It's pretty much Thanos' idea. He's a Mad Titan. And now I'm getting the board to cross the gap. But the idea is I'm supposed to use the board. No, I'm supposed to keep it from falling over. And I gotta use the block to wedge the board in between the wall and the ground. You're about to see what I'm talking about in a moment. Yeah, like that, me. Yep, oh, you got it. Like that. But of course I had to move out the board more because it's a very wide gap. That's the idea. There you go. Yep, no, be careful. Pretty much telling myself to be careful. That's the new one. if in the situation in the future that I have to do a voiceover again, I'll probably do a better job at it next time. It's probably not bad, but I probably could do better. I know that. And now this part, well, pendulums, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, not exactly a good idea to get hit by one of those. So I cross the gap with that. And I climb the walls. This part is pure clutch. I mean, the boards are falling beneath, and I just barely make it. That one was about to fall. Now, instead of taking the normal route, I took the side route, because, you know, it seemed easier, and, well, why not, you know? But I had to be quick at this part. One slow move, and I would have been hit off real quick. And there, I had to swing. A little crazy, isn't it? Alright, I think, we're coming up to the part I hate. Well, one of the parts. The two parts that I hate are literally next to each other, but this is the first one. So right here, I have to get the two blocks down, but it's a little awkward because the stick kind of is blocked by the wall-like area, and I have to move it up so I can grab the platform over there on the opposite side of the stick, so I can move it on the other side of that wall and knock down the cube in the process. The first cube's easy, but the second one, it's a little more difficult to obtain. As you can tell, I'm having a little trouble with it. I have to really hit the cube hard, and it's causing a little bit of trouble, I'll tell you that. And I missed it. Yep. Yeah, I did not like this part. Out of all the parts in this game, this is the one. In this level, actually. To be fair, the water level I thought was pretty tough, but this is just another whole thing of annoyance. So I got the cube, and now that I have the cube there, I had to get the stick in that little slot location so I can lower the platform just a little. And I'll use the cube to platform up the platform. But I tried one idea, which you're about to see will clearly not work. Because the stick decides to exit the slot, so I have to put the stick back in the slot. Because of the way I landed on the platform, it kind of forced the stick out. Yeah, this puzzle, it was just time-consuming. Probably the most, besides the boulder one. The boulder one's easy, but time-consuming. This one's also pretty time-consuming, but it's just annoying. I had to get up there without the stick falling out. I luckily do that. And I obtain the other block. Now, at this point, I'm pretty much tired of this puzzle. And there's likely going to be a transition soon. And I'll explain about that or why in a moment. But for now, I'm going to try to do this puzzle normally. I kind of question what I'm doing myself, but I had to grab the platform to lower it to the ground. I had to get it to ground level so I could put the block on it so it wouldn't float to the top. But it was a little irritating to get done. There you go. There you go, me. You did it. Now that I'm on it, I have to get the block on it. And I'm not certain if this was the way to solve the puzzle. I was just doing this because I needed to get the stick back on the other side. but I have to keep the platform on ground level. There you go. I did it. And I bring the stick all the way to the other side. Now, this is kind of where I'm just lost at this point, because I really didn't know what I was doing. This puzzle was really confusing. The idea of what I was trying to do now was get the one cube on top of the other. I think I'm getting to the part where I had a transition. I'm stating that now because I tried something else, but I just cut it out because it was so much time consuming and it was just a waste of time. I'll explain what I did in a moment. So yeah, now I was trying to get the block on against the wall so I could platform up it. But then for a moment, I was getting tired of it. Yeah, so I was trying to get the cube on the other. Okay, there's a transition coming up. I like the hexagon effect in this. It's nice and futuristic. So, wait for it. And... so pretty much, what I cut out was pretty much I was trying to climb up the side of the wall where the gap was. And... like to the other side, but it was just too time consuming. It was pretty good hot climb, and I could have done it, but that would have taken too long. So I decided instead, well, I was gonna get on the platform, and I'm gonna jump up the blocks. Or at least make a pathetic attempt to. And almost ruin my work. So I'll try it again. I just made it. I had a bit of a climb to do, but I did a little bit of a technique that I use in this game, which may or may not be considered cheating, but in situations like these, I had no choice. So, I pretty much swung my arm back and forth till I could get my hand just above the other, like so. It's a little hard to do, but I eventually got to it. That's pretty much what I was trying to do on the wall of the gap. And that's why I had to cut that part out, because it was just a waste of time, because it would have taken too long. Given I could have cut it out, but I wasn't going to sit through that. So I decided to do this, and it just barely worked. So yeah, this is the other part I hate. I hated this part too. I also didn't know what I was doing with this part either. The thing is, I had this also on the Switch, and I did solve this level, but I really don't remember what I did on the Switch, so yeah, I'm gonna try to solve the puzzle at first, obviously. And the idea was I'm trying to level the platform down to where I can walk on it, and the stick is supposed to be placed below it so it won't just sink through. I couldn't reach the platform, so I had to use the stick to reach it. Of course, I didn't know that at first, but so I tried it. But I pushed the platform the wrong way, and kind of had to reload the checkpoint because it was to be honest, the controls in this game suck, and I couldn't be bothered to try it over. So I just reset the platform. So I'm gonna do the thing again I did. I'm gonna lower the platform with the stick. I think another transition is coming up soon, and well, this transition is actually a transition done correctly. By that I mean I do something actually worth doing and not a waste of time. But it is time consuming enough to skip through, and you're likely about to see the beginning parts of it soon. It's all about patience. So. Yeah, I didn't like this puzzle and I didn't understand it, just like the other one. This was a really confusing level. Right, so I had to get on top of the platform, and there was another stick on the other side that I had to get to do something. I'll say that. It was to do something. I think I have an idea now what I was supposed to do, but I kind of messed it up, and I was just tired of doing it at that point that, well, here comes the transition of what I'm going to do. So instead of doing that, I decided I'm going to use the same trick that I used to solve the last puzzle. Of course, the wall was a bit taller, so I did the transition of where I'm about to get that tedious puzzle done. And here was the final puzzle, the stretch to victory. All I had to do was raise the, well, hold on, wait, tilt's on camera. Or on screen, I mean. That gray thing is a door that I have to lift open, because that's where the exit is. Of course, this game gives me these objects for the reason of lifting the door open. Or something like that. I honestly don't know if I didn't really I don't think I solved it in the way the game wanted me to. But I did it in a way which it will come soon. But at this point, I'm going to try it normally. There we go. I hate the fact that there's no game audio. It's weird. But I promise that when I do this recording type with the OBS again, that I'll make sure that the game audio and my voice is recorded. And I'll think about streaming eventually. I don't know what I'd stream. Probably Minecraft or some big game like that. I'll think about it. I'll tell you that. I'll think about it. Probably, in most scenarios, probably Subnautica, because there's a lot to do in that game, and it's very time-consuming, so... It's probably why I haven't done much episodes in that series, because it's a lot of things to do. I could tell you for a fact that I'm barely halfway through it. It's just that large of a game. I'm trying to remember what I did last time, but I can't honestly tell. So if I do a live stream eventually, or an episode of that, I'll have to recollect myself of it and figure out what I did. Or I could probably look back at the episode, but you know. And yeah. So I'm trying to use weight to lift this a little, but obviously it's probably not going to work. I really don't know what I was doing with this. So, that orange looking block with the rope attached to it is supposed to lift this gray block. As you can tell. I still can't quite understand what I was supposed to be doing, though. So, instead of going through all that, I decided that I used the little weight that my character has, or no, the strength, I mean, to ease under the door. Yeah, that's how I did it. And that's how the level ended. You fell down a hole. Was it truly the end? I don't know. well, looks like I'm getting to the end of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry about this whole voiceover thing. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with recording, but I want to have this episode out because I don't want to go through this again. Can't obviously go through it again. I'll see you guys in the next episode. That's what my character would be saying now if I, or at least me would be saying if the mic had recorded. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out, everyone.